And welcome back, Gorilla Man's Garage. We're in the porch today because it's raining outside and it's really windy. But I want to talk to you about something today. Two things really, an all-in-one video. One on the cheap, what kind of equipment do I use? Because everybody keeps asking me, what kind of tablet holder do you use? What kind of mic do you use? What kind of this do you use? Do you have this kind of cable or that? So we're going to get into that, okay? We're going to go through a whole bunch of stuff like that and even more. We want to get into the Atom, the Potensic Atom number 2, the latest update that it had, and it gave you the opportunity to adjust definition and saturation. Did it really? That's what we're going to find out, okay? First off, we're going to talk about some of the equipment that I use, okay? Let's have a look at this, okay? So this is the Atom 2 controller, the big monster, okay? It's massive, but it has a proprietary cable. So what does that mean? Well, it means that you can't just plug in any USB-C cable and it'll work. They've changed the cabling when it goes into the controller. So you have to use their cable, the short cable that comes with the controller, but you can add an extension to it. And I'll put a picture up here somewhere of how this extension is. Basically, I've got a right angle USB-C connector here. I've got a male USB-C, female USB-C, and it goes into the original cable of the Atom 2, okay? Then I can put it into anything I want, okay? And the cable can be as long as you want, and it'll still work flawlessly. This is a 10-inch tablet, okay? Now, a 10-inch tablet, in my opinion, is a little bit big for flying a drone. It's a little bit big only because, not because the size of the screen, it's because it's a little cumbersome, a little heavy. It's really nice if it's like this and you can hold it and you don't have a lanyard. Where would you put a lanyard? Because a lanyard would just make it flop down. Okay, so yeah, and I noticed that on the controller of this specific model, okay, the Atom 2, it has 1/4-inch holes here for grommets for a lanyard, but then it would just hang down so you could let go. I don't understand why it's there. You want something to hold it in front of you, okay, because it's top heavy, okay? But anyway, it does have that. I guess that's a good thing. You can hang it around your neck and walk around and do other things like that, but I would never use it for that. So yes, so we have it connected. What else do we have here? We have a tablet holder. Now this is a tablet holder from years back when, let's say, the Mavic Mini, because a company, and I'll give you a picture of this as well, called Skyreet, and you used to be able to get it on Amazon. I don't know if you can get it there now, or you have to get it on AliExpress or something, but Skyreet made a solid aluminum tablet holder, which this is, and originally I thought it was a little heavy, but I've used it over and over and over again, and it fits almost every controller I have, one way or the other, okay? It's a really good controller, especially for this one, because it's not too thick, and it's really meant for that clamshell controller of a Mavic Mini, but it works great here. And it holds a 10-inch tablet, a 7-inch tablet, 8-inch tablet, anything that won't fit in to the dimensions of the controller. It works great, okay? They're not expensive. Let's say, I think it was $15, something like that, okay? The cables, they're not expensive. They're maybe $10, $12, something like that, okay? The connectors, little things like this, a couple of bucks. That's all there, okay? So that's the controller, tablet holders, and the extension cables. What else is next? Well, let's just put this down for now. Let's talk about microphone. Microphone I have here, and I'm going to put you a picture of the box here. Don't laugh. Canadian money, I paid $6.99 on Amazon. I bought 2 of them. One of them I'm going to give away sometime, okay? But $6.99 Canadian. So for less than $10, you can get a microphone that isn't bad. It's not bad. Okay, I do have the DJI Mini mic, which was over $100, about $100 US, I think it was. It's really, really good, but you can't put a lavalier mic like I have here. I can't do that. This one, $6.99, and I have it on my pocket thingy here, and I just clip it there, and I can go anywhere I want. Okay, and the other end is on the phone, and I'm using the camera here. It's a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. How old is that? And this one has a cracked case, a cracked screen. One of the buttons doesn't work, but the rear camera works. And I've used that for 99% of my videos, and I think it's an excellent camera. Okay, this is a darkened porch with kind of soft white lighting, which doesn't really give the right lighting, but it's really good. And if you look at all my other videos of me on the picnic table, most of them are done with this same camera. Okay, there you go. So next we're going to get into the saturation and definition options that were introduced to the Potensic Atom 2. Are they any good? Well, I'm just going to do kind of a quick and dirty thing. You don't need to see it flying, you just want to see the results. So I'm going to stick the atom on top of a tree trunk, take a picture of us here, and just go click, 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 click through it really quick, and you'll see what I mean. Okay? Potensic, pay attention, because this is important. Okay? Let's go. Here we are, and we're just going to test it at 1080p. Okay, so let's start that video. Okay, and we're going to go into here, and we're going to change it. We're just going to drop the saturation down. And how did that change it? Okay, have a look at that. Okay, and if we drop the other one down, how did that change the coloring there? Okay. Okay, now if we put them back to where they were, and we go to the very top end, that's what that looks like there. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to the middle, and I'm going to go down there in front of it. Okay, you should still be able to hear me because I've got the wireless mic on there. Here we are. Okay, and we're here. Okay, let's bring that camera down a bit. There we go. Okay, now then, let's go into here. We're still taking the 1080p. We're going to drop that down to there. What does that change? Does it change anything? Okay, let's drop the definition down. Does that drop any definition at all? Okay, should be able to tell. We're going to go all the way up to the top there on the definition. Did that change anything? Now it doesn't matter that. Okay, let's go all the way to the top there on the saturation. It shouldn't matter the fact that the camera you still should be able to get the effect. Okay, and I have more control this way. And if I go right to the very bottom on both, that's what I have. Okay, so if I do that and I come out of it so I can see, you see it's kind of, there's no coloring there. Okay, so if I go to in the middle there, that's a little bit better. Now then, I have to stop this in order to get HDR, but I can't get HDR in 1080p. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and lift it off the ground here, and hopefully I won't hit anything. Okay, so let's put it over here. 2.7K, and we're going to put HDR on. HDR, and take that video. There's the video there. Okay, I'm going to come a little closer. There we are. Where's the best angle for me to sit? Let's go around this way. There we go. Round we go. There we go. That might be better there. Okay, let's do a quick one here. That's HDR on. Okay, right to the bottom. What does that look like? Ooh. Let's go right in the middle. Let's go right to the top on that. There we go. Okay. Let's go right to the bottom in the middle. There we are. Okay. It seems awfully bright, doesn't it? So we can't, that's all the differences we have. We can go down to there. No, not quite. My shirt is black, by the way. Solid black. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now then, let's have a look what we got here. You can't change it until you stop it. Okay. Can we go to... What about the white balance? Okay, let's go to white balance, which is that one. 41, 48, 58. That should be better, right? That's right. And we're going to take off. Oh, we don't have HDR on. Let's stop that video. Take HDR off. Back on. Standard. There we go. And our white balance is camera. Manual white balance. You can change the white balance at 55, but you can't. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Okay, so you can adjust your white balance in auto mode. There you go. That's a little better, but it's a little overcompensated there. So we're going to go in and we're going to go down a little bit. There we go. 56, 53, 5,000. There we go. And if we go into our camera, that's in the middle. If we go down to the bottom, that's what we have there. Okay. So if we go back, everything back to auto, that's what we have. I don't think it's very good. I really don't. Okay. So let's take this video again. Let's take it up and around. Okay. And just a quick up and back just to see. Okay, and down. There we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, and we've got that way. If we go that way, that's what it looks like. If we go that way, that's what it looks like. And if we're in the middle, it's that way. And if it's at the end, it's that way. And that looks pretty good. But when we come back down, there we go. That's what we look like. Lots to go through, and we're going to have a look at it and come right back, okay? Let's bring it down. Let's stop that video. And there we have the Atom 2, the Potensic Atom 2. Saturation and definition, did it make a difference? Not really. And there's not enough adjustment, okay? And it doesn't change it that much. So I don't think it was really worth it at all. You can do the same thing with the EV value or brightness. That's another thing I didn't really check out. But if you tap the screen, a little yellow square comes up and you can adjust the brightness. That's okay. But if you have a small screen like a phone, your finger can't really do that. Okay, it's too small. And again, the fonts that tell you the telemetry and stuff is in the sky and it's white. So Potensic, listen up. A few things you've got to fix. The position of your telemetry fonts and make them bigger and bolder and contrasty, okay? Your saturation and definition aren't really that helpful, okay? You might as well just use manual mode and dial up and down what you want. But doing that takes time. So your native auto color profile isn't quite right. It's a little oversaturated, okay? And then some adjustments with lighting have to be done, okay? So no matter what, if you want to put this video in with any other video, you have to do some post-editing coloring, okay? There you go. Anyway, that's it for now. You've seen the equipment I use, $7 microphone and some cheap tablet holder and extension cords, etc., etc. The Atom Potensic 2, a pretty good drone overall, but it does have some minor little issues and glitches, okay? One little glitch is every so often when you fire it up, it'll say you're not logged in and you have to log in again. There you go. Anyway, till next time, take care. Get out there, get some fresh air. It's really damp today, so I'm going and getting a nice hot coffee. Speaking of which, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell, buy me a coffee, or buy a drone. Bye now.